Oh, good morning. Here we are back again at the Chamber of Commerce Live Testimonial Tuesday. This time, I'm sitting here with Dennis from Kaiser. Dennis, introduce yourself.
Sure. Thank you, Gary. I'm Dennis from the Director of Student Services at Kaiser University. Glad to meet you for this Testimonial Tuesday. Always like guacamole Mexican Grill, and hopefully you get your soup soon. They're also doing a great lunch adventure here later today. So great lunch adventure today, 12:30 at Guacamole. Come meet us here for the great lunch adventure. We look forward to seeing you here later today. But yeah, I'm the Director of Student Services at Kaiser University. Jerry, you're with White Raven?
White Raven Productions.
Yeah. So I know you wanted to kind of keep it conversational. Tell me a little more, what is White Raven Productions? People don't know what your business is and what you do, and I'll share about what I do.
Sure, let's do it, guys. We'll do it that way. So White Raven Productions is a content creation and video production company. So mostly what we do now is we've really transitioned into helping small and mid-sized businesses get like a Hollywood experience in terms of getting either whether it's social media content or whether it's television commercials. So like we did a lot of work last year. It was like, for example, 27 commercials. So we really just try to help businesses find their voice and how they want to amplify their voice, because one of the challenges that businesses come across in my experience, like when they get to market, is what really is our message, and not only that, but how are we going to deliver it, whether it's like content, calendar, whatever. So we really just kind of help bridge that gap, and we're very well connected. Thanks to the chamber, we're very well connected with like marketing companies and such.
So guys, so we're here.
Chicken tortillas soup. Okay.
Yeah.
Tell us. Well, it's funny you're not late. So tell us about the chicken tortilla soup and we'll share with everybody else.
You can tell us a little bit.
Yes, in the previous interview, guys, we were talking about chicken tortilla soup, yara guacamole, because there are clients that they have gone through cancer and also pregnancy, and it's their favorite soup. So we are happy to be able to serve them. Our chicken tortilla soup has avocado, cheese, tortilla, chicken, rice, and it's made from scratch yara guacamole. So hope you really enjoy it. And we hope to see you all here for lunch at 12:30.
Amazing. 12:30. You don't want to miss this. Oh my god. If this smell alone is like, I hope I don't drool on camera. Okay. Sorry.
So it's okay. So the content creation, you said to try to find their voice. However, I think that's a concern. Again, the Kaiser is a large institution. We're the largest private nonprofit university in Florida, so I think a lot of people don't know. But I think we even struggle with that, and then I think as a small business, you think, how am I going to trust somebody else to get the message out about my company? It's like, how do you connect with them and find out what their messaging is, and how do you get that?
They already have it. So like the thing is, there's a certain amount of experience like that you kind of know what is excessive, what you need to cut. Like, but really, from the messaging, it comes down to there's always a niche. Like guacamole Mexican Grill's niche, and it kind of checks a lot of little boxes. So if I was to be marketing for them, I would say make everything's made from scratch in the kitchen, huge deal, right? With high quality oils, another huge deal that a lot of people are getting awareness of is like, it's not just what is the food, but what is it being cooked with. And then also the fact that they've really been supporting the local community in a very direct way. Like those would be the areas that I really focus in on. And if they have other cool ideas that they're entertaining, we would just look at seeing how that would fit the messaging. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's great. So, yeah, I don't want to keep you from your soup.
You're not keeping me. I'm playing with the art. This is a heartful soup. But what about Kaiser? Tell me like how Kaiser's been serving Florida in general, like where you guys are, how you've positioned yourselves, what you're doing.
Sure. So again, I said nonprofit university. So similar to a Rollins or Stetson locally, we're regionally accredited nonprofit university. However, you look at those are large schools. We're a career university. Locally, also Herzing and Advent Health University. Advent Health is another chamber member. They have a university to do career development for their employees. But again, your university, another distinction is we're one class at a time. So we focus on, so you might take 4 classes a semester at traditional university, but you take those 4 classes at the same time. We have 4 classes, but it's a different class every 4 weeks. You take 1 class at a time every 4 weeks, so you concentrate on that 1 class at a time. A lot of those private schools, a lot of us are smaller. Again, even though we're the largest nonprofit university, we have small class sizes, so we can focus on individualized attention with the students.
What's the ratio?
So we're about like 15 to 1.
15 to 1, that's great. Higher education.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So the largest class, and that's if you ever visit the Kaiser Swan campus, I'll take you into our largest class, and if it's about 36 people, that's our biggest group. So, do we have another guest that just joined us? So we'll let Katrina get her settled,
Yeah.
and we'll just keep on talking. So.
Actually, a funny testimonial or like evidence to your guys' quality of education is Diego.
Yeah.
Literally by coincidence, Diego, after our last interview, turned around and told me, "Oh, I actually went to Kaiser when you walked in."
Yeah.
So that's interesting.
A success story of one of our graduates, so it's great that he's a chamber member. I've met Diego from other business organizations too. So he has his business degree from Kaiser. He's pretty, he's kind of a serial entrepreneur. Of course, Guacamole's is probably your favorite restaurant in town. So I'm taking directions from Katrina now. I don't know what if we want to swap out. I want you to enjoy your soup. So go enjoy your soup.
Thank you for allowing this opportunity. There you go. There's your
Okay.
microphone.
So you want to get that microphone as close to your mouth. And unfortunately, this is not your soup. Jerry's going to take that.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to tease you with it.
I know, I'm like, that smells good.
It really smells good.
I'll take this out of your way.
You
There you
You got it. You
Perfect.
got it. So I'm Dennis from Kaiser. I was just talking with Jerry from White Raven. Are you Leah?
Yes, I am.
Leah, nice to meet you. Leah, tell us about yourself and your organization.
All right, so I'm Leah Milan, and I represent High Five Thrive. So High Five Thrive is an organization, it's a nonprofit, and we're dedicated especially to empower parents. And if you want me to share how we got started, like name and all of that, would you like me to do that?
Sure, we'll do that. We have, well, and I know Jerry and I are both parents at different ends of the spectrum. So Jerry has the little ones. I have my first one off at college. So I know, and Katrina has hers off at the Air Force Academy.
Wow.
So along those lines, from infant to college age, how do you help us? We have a lot of parents who are members of the chamber, and again, multiple stages of parenthood.
That's just beautiful. So thanks for sharing that, because it is, and if you notice, anybody here who had a manual to see how to do parenting right?
Yeah, where is it?
Exactly. And that's what we're up to, is, in August 2024, there is Dr. Vivek issued a public advisory about the state of parenting stress. And it's now a public health concern because over the past decade, there's just an increased level of stress. So maybe I should ask you, what could be some stresses that as a parent you experience?
I don't know if you've heard of the Holdernesses before,
No, but tell me.
but check them out. They actually won the Amazing Race. And they have a big social media presence. But basically, the father was in television, and he had a lot of time. So I would say that was one stressor for me. And he expressed that's like he spent all this time at work. He wasn't at home with his family. So he came home. They became social media influencers, and that way he could spend more time with his family. But like I told you, my daughter's been off at college a year. Their daughter's off to college. So talking about that stressor. And for him and his wife, it's kind of like he role played his wife about the stress that she was going through. That and my wife is exactly like his wife. It's like, oh, I booked this flight already. I booked the hotel for Parents Weekend. I booked the flight back for December. Like she's not even there yet in August. But again, it's the stress of your child going away, getting them there, getting them back, how they'll do on their own, and then how we'll be with them. So they get stress of balancing work and family, stress of a child going away to college, How did I do? Did I get?
Yeah, and then not to mention the safety, all the other
Mhm.
factors, and the financial stress too. And while even if it's not real, it seems like parents are just constantly thinking about, you know, because parents want to be the best parents they can be, except that there's so many factors that can impact how we're raising children. Some of it, just look at COVID.
Mhm.
You know, nobody expected what that life could be like, and that's an additional stress. So, as Dr. Rebecca Murphy pointed out, like the increase over time, and we're in a different world now. Social media is such a powerful influence, and parents are not able to see that. So, it's almost like parents are raising children, and so is social media. If and many other factors. There's just a few to mention. And then there are just, you know, the cost of everything is so high now. Like, and then there are parents in between, like they're also taking care of their parents and the children, like the sandwich generation. So all of that. So what our organization is really creating are programs that help parents thrive. We're not necessarily doing crisis management, putting food on the table. We're really more so Dr. Rebecca Murphy explained the mental health and well-being of parents. And what that looks like is, thankfully, we have a lot of interested professionals for volunteering time to create curriculum to empower parents. And we're doing this on Zoom, thankfully, for the ability to do that now, right? Parents can attend, log in, and get tips from real experts, mental health experts, or coaches who allow you to thrive. So we have programs about empowered motherhood, for example, which we did early this year, and that really reminded mothers for self-care, because it's always taking care of others. You have to put oxygen masks first. We drilled it down every week so that in practice of it, so that they can experience themselves differently. Because what good is parent if they're burned out?
Mhm.
And then what we're seeing is there are a lot of burnout parents who are continuing to do that. And that's why public health concerns help the high level of stress. If you don't tend to that early, they're now developing into mental health and well-being health issues. So we're trying to get, what we're doing is providing programs that prevent that from happening.
So the virtual meetings, and one of my questions was, is at one time, like it sounds like it's like every week. So
Yeah.
how long are these classes?
Yeah.
What time do they meet? And are they all virtual? Do you do anything?
Yeah, we do a lot of virtual, and occasionally we do live events where we're mostly doing that for the celebration of accomplishment. So let me address the first part. It's virtual. Depending on the topic, we have a series. So the Empowered Motherhood, and the next one is High Level Dads. They're like 3 months once a week, 1 hour. So meeting on a Friday. So because there's a whole curriculum, giving them really, we're measuring the transformation. So they come in like, oh my God, and they really have new tools and experience of themselves with new tools that they've been practicing over years. So that's what we're most interested in, is a shift. And sometimes shift doesn't happen in one session. There are informational sessions that we talk about. Right now, we're creating understanding ADHD. There's a lot of confusion about ADHD. But that's more awareness and information, and then we'll gauge where it needs to be sessions where they feel that they can identify their need of ADHD. Fortunately, we have volunteers or professionals on board and creating more programs, so we're really listening to parents. A lot of our programs are based on our conversations with parents. So keep telling us what you're dealing with and we'll develop it. We also are doing, what about parents who are practicing a lot of burnout there? You know, like food fast, it's not enough to programs that are really powerful. So we're doing that as well. Teens, empowering teens to choose a career with confidence. We're fortunate to have partnered with AI, a company that developed called Career Schools. We're a brilliant AI tool that will assess the teen, will involve parents, provide a report to parents to see why such careers are a match, and it guides parents. So it's developed for 13-year-olds, 23 years old, and we're running that at the end of June. We're hitting the summer vacation, so we're seeing that we it's celebration and vacation we're applying right now for kids, so we're ramping up a lot of our programs a little bit later in end of June, and then once school starts.
So you think we didn't get the chance, how does this all get started? So you see that, so.
Yeah, great. Well, let's look at the name, because the name is High Five Vibes. High Five, we really want to celebrate them. It's really important to me. It started with our story sharing platform called that I started because I was interested in the stories of professionals about their what their parents contributed. So that's my mom's best, that's my story sharing platform. And then that also piece until it evolved into high five vibes, for high-fiving the accomplishments of parents and their parents. And then we realized high five, if you look at the name, honoring your mother and your father in the sacred in the commandments, and even in other religions, it's a sacred thing to do as you live in a more fulfilling, meaningful life. So that's why we named Thrive. And Thrive is really where developing programs that help empower parents, because empowered parents raise empowered children. And so we're really looking at a society where it's really thriving society, because and we begin as well. So honoring or celebrating the accomplishments of parents, and at the same time providing programs that really support them. And by that we listen to them.
So I did check out your website before interviewing you, and something you said here. So are you religiously affiliated, or do you have a spiritual background? What's that affiliation? And it sounds like you're kind of open to any spiritual religion.
Yeah.
Good. So I think that there's a few challenges. One is, I think you have some great resources. I don't know if you had the opportunity to connect with some people in the chamber. Like I said, we have some parents here.
I know, I'm so excited. I'm beginning to feel like if I'm just sitting here and it's probably all parents, I can imagine that the chamber is full of parents.
Yeah. So, and then.
I have not, I'm literally like a few weeks in, however, I've always seen that the chamber is such a giving community. I wasn't even a member, and I asked Amy for support, like I need a banner on, this for this event, and all members of Chamber of Commerce, and all the rush things that I needed, like 1 week turnaround, you're like, all right, I'll do it. It's just such a beautiful community to be around. And even before that, it's like I've attended some of the events, and it always felt like such a warm and giving group. That's why this was the right, perfect community for us.
So Katrina knows I'm a big fan of our coffee clubs. So it's nice for me. It's nice. It's before the business day starts, go out 3 Thursdays in a month, different locations. That's 8:30 to 9:30. You're gonna get I don't know if you have coffee in the morning.
I do.
Okay, so we have coffee in the morning, so come get your coffee, you can network with some of the chamber members there. And just quick plug, and I'll share this afterwards too, our business expo, if you've not checked it out yet, you need to come to the business expo, and for our chamber members, register now. So I know it seems early, but we're getting registered now, so we're prepared, and we have our complete list of companies that are coming to the business expo. So that's August, so it's like the end of the month, August, August 21st. So Wednesday, August 21st, from 5 to 8. Most people, and again, I would say, just come check it out. Don't have a vendor space, but if you come check it out, everyone I know that says, "Oh, I'll come check it out." Like next year, I'm gonna have a vendor space.
Yeah.
So now's the time to get your vendor space. So check that out. Get with the staff at the chamber. Katrina will be happy to help you with that. So that's a great event to check out.
Yeah.
But get involved in this thing. Again, attending the event, you can see all the businesses that are available in the chamber, so you can partner with them on things like that.
In fact, I wanted to tell you, we all already were, just because Aaron Marlowe has Orlando Monster, we were there at their event and really focused and had so much fun, and just really like these for a huge community of Vermont, so
Good.
that was part of the team.
So your High Five Pride came out of you did Mom's Best Advice. And
Dadosophy.
Dadosophy. So what's your mom's best advice? So
Do everything with integrity. There's no shortcuts in life. Hard work pays off. So, and that's my North Star. I can sleep well at night knowing I never cheated and I follow the rules, and it doesn't mean I don't operate it with other ideas, but I'm not breaking the rules or building it out. It builds a very strong foundation. Education.
so I definitely education. I was trying to let him know. I gotta think like that.
Yes, let's look at that. You can be one either, because Mother's Day is fast, just the, May, so what would be,
Well, it's
or that?
exactly. So I work at Kaiser University, so obviously education. And I'm the director of student services. How we're doing a lot of career services. So you're talking about
Ooh, I should introduce them to you.
yeah, that's absolutely. So I have to check out Career Scoop. I've not heard of that yet. So
I'll tell you, so I pretended like I was a teenager, taking the test, and it created 10 recommendations for me. 6 of them were what I was doing, and the 4 I'm interested in, not quite taken on as a career, but that's how accurate it was. So I was like, all right, we're doing this, and then I had the one was before tested before we started.
good. I'll have to test it out too for you. But that's the thing is that based on, and that's what everyone says, well, when you take the career test, find out. It's like, what am I gonna be when I grow up? However, it takes your interest, skills, and values, and basically, and what's the most important of those is what are you interested in? What do you like to do? So, so I think it's a Dr. Seuss book. Do you want to be a vet, or do you want to fly a jet? But I read that with my daughter when she was like 3, and she could point out things that she wanted to do at 3. I think most of us when we're young know what we're passionate about, like you said. You know yourself, you know what you're interested in. But there's 10,000 different occupations out there. It's like, how do you know all those 10,000 different occupations? And then as a parent, the thing is, we're expected to know. It's like our kids come to us and say, what should I do when I grow up? It's like, I don't know if there's 10,000 different occupations out there. And I do this for a living. So,
Imagine the nursery is focused on what they're doing.
yeah. So I guess my dad often, like, how do I translate that to a dadosophy? Is that you do what you love, and that's what, and whether, like you said, whether it's his career, vocation, or application, that's what you do in your personal time, do what you love, and it sounds like you love the chamber already. I'm a big fan.
I know, right?
We'll see you at the coffee clubs coming out, and definitely the business expo in August.
I will, I'll definitely be there. It'll be a pleasure to be with the community that really supports each other. And then just for fun, and also find out parents that may could use some of our appreciation, our high-fiving, and some of any program that they love.
So the next program coming up is that career program, right?
Yes.
It's in June, so when is that?
It's starting, we had to pivot, we were supposed to start last Sunday, and 50% of parents can do it like end of June. So we're starting at June 23rd, and it's 3 Saturdays. And parents attend, and then there's a facilitator for parents, and then a facilitator for teens. So they're gonna do assessment, and they'll have a kind of conversation, so then they're ready for helping each other after their results.
And then, so it is teen, so it's the
It's
third.
any age from 13 18 to 22 apps.
Okay.
Just software is designed for 13 to 20.
So, I do deal with a lot of non-traditional students, but again, my was a traditional college student, 18 years old. She's known what she wants to do, and she's passionate about it. A lot of her friends don't know, so I would say that's okay. And I get students that come and say, I don't know what I want to do. So it's of course, Kaiser's a free university. They kind of come in as a free major and graduate, which is not like the traditional university. We do have a general studies degree at Kaiser, and a lot of the state colleges have a general studies degree, so you can kind of start college with that experience without declaring a major and deciding what to do.
And they could probably then see it, because it's a discovery. It's interesting how it is designed, because I didn't specify, except for their particular interest, but I did public relations, so I didn't see that. And then nothing else, and then assessment just kind of matches strengths based on maybe a 10 or 15 minute assessment. It's just mind blowing, and then they'll give you at the end of life of this and this career. You can start in salaries, and if you're interested in this, you can top the degrees that you can potentially take.
And so if our parents are interested in this class, how do they find you?
On our website, www.highfivethrive.org, or they can email me at Lita, L-U-E-T-1, M-I-L-E-N, at highfivethrive.org, or you can call me. That's my phone number.
It's on there.
It's on, we were checking the chat, the phone number,
Yes.
so we gave out your number already, so.
Okay, great.
But, and then, so we talked a lot about the career class, what other classes do you have coming up?
Yes, the career class, we're the high level dads, and parents, fathers, the single dads, and the dads who's really committed to keeping in conversation and creating communities. Lots of fathers who kind of just do one thing alone and feeling isolation, so we have a program for that that's coming up as well. We may start in July, but we're rolling that out with the registration already. We have an understanding ADHD, so one day, one afternoon, 90-minute session, really just understanding ADHD. Then later on, we have the postpartum, the fourth trimester of college in our website. Those who are just giving birth could use some empowerment and counseling, and we have a wonderful therapist who has to keep the amazing work that we do.
Good.
That's for the rest of the year, basically.
Yeah, good. So we'll look forward to seeing you, and then is there a fee to attend these meetings, classes, or?
This year, well, we're a donation based this year, but we want to register people, we really just want them to experience the programs. And then in the future, we're looking at sponsors and, maybe subsidized things. To keep our volunteers to get a little something, continuing.
So right now, it's little or no cost to take advantage of all these.
Yes.
And then, for our chamber members, there might be a sponsorship opportunity, like you said, Moms Collective, obvious partnership, but if anybody wants to get in front of these parents and market themselves, a great sponsorship opportunity.
Absolutely. And listen, especially with moms, who makes the most decisions when they buy?
You have spoken to Erica. I think Katrina said, Katrina raised her hand, she makes the decisions in her house.
So if the companies want to get in the goodwill of parents, come talk to us. We are doing programs for parents who are making decisions about their purchases.
Great, well, thank you, we gotta wrap things up, but we were just talking with Leah Milan, nice to meet you. And I'll see you at the future chapter, future chamber events, excuse me. High Five Thrive.
Yes.
So check that out, check out their website.
Lunch today.
So yeah, we have the great lunch adventure later today. Join us at Guacamole Mexican Grill. We're here right now, 12:30. Great lunch adventure is here today. Don't forget tomorrow, Next Level Real Estate and Trades Network, presented by the East Orlando Chamber. So again, that's Wednesday, June 4th at Rock and Brews Lee Vista from 5 to 7. Bring a friend and get an extra ticket to go into the drawing for an opportunity to showcase your business. Mark your calendars. This is really exciting 2025 legislative recap breakfast. So that's next Friday, June 13th, Friday the 13th, 8:30 to 10 o'clock at Bonefish Waterfall Lakes. We have both sides represented, going head to head. I think it'll be more collaborative and talk about the legislative session, which was interesting this year if anybody's been following it. Are you interested? I'm sorry. Are you ready for a future-proof your business and career? Join us Wednesday, June 18th, Bonefish Grill again, Artificial Intelligence Workforce Evolution. That's our luncheon. Learn how AI is transforming industries, reshaping job roles, and redefining your skills. Like you were doing today, Career Scoop, my job is gone. You can now AI. That's what I heard, Leah. Leah says we still need that.
It's gonna happen, it's gonna be more efficient in your job. You're gonna be over here in terms of performance.
Look at that. And then again, register now for the Business Expo. If you've not been before, you need to be there. And like I said, most of the people I talk to, they come to check out the expo. They say, next year we're gonna have a table here. That I know it's August 21st from 5 to 8, but you want to register now for that. So did I miss anything, Katrina? We need to wrap it up. That's a wrap. We'll see you later on. It's a great lunch.